Right. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Mastermind here at Wild Cannabis Live. Welcome back to another episode of my live stream. We do this every Friday at 4:20 exactly. Sometimes we do it at my house. Sometimes we do it on location. Today I'm here in Waverly, Ohio at El Charro Mexican Restaurant. Shout out to my folks here at El Charro Restaurant, Mexican Restaurant. I hope I'm saying that right. El Charro. Yes, so we're down here in Waverly. Feel free to come see us. We'll be here from 5 to 8 o'clock tonight, helping educate the community of Waverly about medical cannabis and why we should still keep our cards. I'm asked this every Friday, what y'all medicating on today? Please let me know. I make sure I got all my audios. And I will have a special guest here momentarily. Uh, my good friend DJ Panda should be here any minute now. He's stuck in traffic coming down 23. Matter of fact, I think he just pulled in right now. So he'll be joining us here momentarily. Hey, Thin Lizzy. Hey, Craig. Hey, Lynette. Okay. Hey, Robert. So, yeah, today's show, we're going to talk about the breaking news that I broke yesterday that some dispensaries have already been given a provisional license for dual licensing. That means they'll be able to sell recreational cannabis. Also, some of these places actually got, uh, like the cultivators or the processors, they got their dual license status too. Now, this is provisional. This still means that they have to have an inspection. Recreational sales have not begun in Ohio yet. Okay, but we're moving forward with this. This is happening for sure, and it's an exciting time for all of us here. Uh, I know it's exciting, but I just want to make sure people know some of the things that I'm hearing about. These things could change, but right now they're saying that recreational customers will only be able to get what we consider a 10-day supply, which is 1 ounce of flower. The edibles is up in the air. I'm hearing that there might not be no edibles, so I can't swear on the edibles. And then 10 vapes at 590 milligrams each. So for recreational customers, options will be limited. Okay, so I just want you to know that out the gate. And make sure you follow me on social media. Hit the like, subscribe button. Visit my website, ohiocannabislive.com. It's the #1 news media source, organization, platform for all things cannabis in Ohio. Bring you the news from where we are And we always give y'all all the information, all the education, to make sure you know what you're talking about. So yeah. So right now, we're just in a holding pattern, waiting to see exactly what's going to happen. Now, some of the dispensaries that showed up with an active license on this report, I made this real easy to see. We'll read it out together. Verdant Creations. And I just want to be clear, none of these places can sell you anything right now. So don't go running over to these places and said you saw it on Ohio Cannabis Live and we told you to come over there. We did not tell you that recreational sales have begun yet, because they haven't. But these places will probably have a head start. So if you live in any of these areas, it might be in your best interest to be paying attention to these dispensaries' email blast over the next several days. Because if they go live, you're going to know before I do. You're going to get an email telling you that they are going live with Rec. So make sure that you're paying attention and keeping out. Now, some of these names, Healing Through Cannabis, I've never heard of them. So I would like to know more about that. The Good Day Dispensary, have you ever heard of them? I've never heard of the Good Day Dispensary either. That doesn't sound like it rings a bell to me. So I don't know anything about that. Now, on my website, ohiocannabislive.com, I've created a blog there where you can search out these dispensary names yourself to check other dispensaries to see if they've gotten their provisional license. Just remember, that doesn't mean that they're able to sell right away. They still have to go through and have an inspection. And so that's something that's still going to happen. Now, why is this bouncing? I'm not moving, but I'm in the restaurant table, so there's a little bit of bounce. So I got to stop bouncing on the table. That's all me bouncing there. I thought I got rid of this bouncy problem. But yeah, my guy DJ Panda has arrived here. They're setting up their equipment. So yeah, we're gonna have music tonight. We're gonna be jamming. Mastermind Cannabis. Wait, it's on this side. Mastermind Cannabis in the building. You already know it. So yes, let me check here, see what the comments are, see what y'all saying. Yes, right. You know it. You know it. What's up, Academy? All right, all right. That's what's up. Now I just want to let y'all know that there's an event happening next week, and that event is the Grassroots Music Festival. And that's happening next week, and that's happening here in Waverly as well. And they're gonna have Afro him, and there's also gonna be the Grassroots Cannabis Expo. So if you want to come here and network and meet with some of these different companies, get your name out there and everything, this would be an opportunity for you to be able to do that. So definitely come down, visit Waverly. Waverly trying to get this thing going. We're trying to get it started here down here in Waverly, and definitely try to bring some more people to this small town. I told you I was going to represent small town Ohio. This is an example of what it's like to represent small town Ohio, where I'm just posting up, hopping up inside of a restaurant, hoping to meet new people, educate more people about the benefits of medical cannabis, why keeping everybody informed about all the different things going on with recreational cannabis, and making sure you have all the correct information so that when you get ready to do whatever you're going to do, whether it's home growing, whether you're going to be standing in line at a recreational dispensary, or you're going to go ahead and keep your medical card, I will make sure you have all the right information. And right now I'm hearing that medical cannabis patients will be able to purchase more than recreational users by a whole lot. Now, there's a lot of rules that are being proposed. These rules will not be released and proposed and done until probably September. So a lot of things I'm talking about right now could easily be changed to something else different. But right now I'm hearing that recreational customers will possibly not be able to purchase edibles or gummies at the beginning of sales. I'm also hearing that things will change in September. That's kind of closer to when the deadline is. As far as the deadline, when the law dictated that all these things needed to be happening. So we're also waiting to hear when the social equity licenses information will be released. There are a lot of people waiting to see about getting a license. And I'm one of those people. I definitely would like to get my license. You got to have the information, though. You can't get the license if you don't know what you need to have to get the license. A lot of people know how much is it going to cost? How do you qualify? Who is it going to be open to? So right now, these are all really valid questions that we have not yet received the answers to, but are hoping to get these answers really soon. We just haven't gotten them yet. Now, a lot of people still are going to Michigan, and they're thinking, I might as well keep going to Michigan. Well, let's be honest with you, sales tax is going to be very comparable. Right now, Michigan, 15, 16, 17% sales tax. When recreational starts here, it's also going to be very similar to that. It's going to be somewhat of a similar price structure, as long as nothing changes. If they try to add something new, then that will make things change. If they add new legislation, that will delay everything. But right now, we're on a full pathway to recreational sales beginning hopefully by the end of this month. I'm going to predict that by maybe July 1st, we could have already had our first recreational sale. Now, don't hold me to it, but say, well, if it happens, Mastermind predicted it accurately. And that means that this medical cannabis got me able to tell the future. So you really better start getting you some medical cannabis. If it can allow you to enlighten your mind to the point where you're starting to have visions of the future, that must be some good stuff there, right? Right? Yes, that's right. Some of that mastermind cannabis. That's right. So yes, I'm gonna check the comments here and see what we got on our comments. Yeah, the only thing I would say about Michigan is that a lot of the product that Michigan has is old. Our stuff's old too, but their stuff's old, old. I mean, like early 2023 old. Like a lot of times, we sacrifice the reality of looking at the label because we got a deal. We don't want to be real with ourselves. A lot of the product they're selling up there cheap is actually old. And a lot of that stuff is just oversaturated. So, of course, when you're in a market where there's too many growers, too many companies, and then you have the layer of home grow on top of it, now you have a market that's oversaturated. And guess what? While we're running there and spending our pennies in Michigan, they're all planning to come here and spend their money here. All these companies in Michigan, they're saying that it's drying up there. There are no new dispensaries being opened. I have people calling me from the Michigan market, business owners, sounding the alarm that dispensaries are going out of business because there are too many dispensaries. There's too much product and not enough demand. Ohio is the only demand they're getting. Once our dispensaries go recreational and people don't necessarily have to drive to Michigan to get stuff, the numbers in Michigan are going to change. That is just an absolute promise, reality. And we're going to watch that Michigan market react when the recreational market here comes online. And I'm telling you, it's going to be something. It's going to be interesting to watch to see how this all starts out. Because right now, I'm not saying we're doing ourselves any favors with some of these crazy rules that are being proposed. And I certainly don't think we should allow SB 278 to be proposed. And also, we have to keep our eyes on rescheduling of cannabis because this is still something that is happening. And the rescheduling of cannabis is an important thing for us to pay attention to. And the reason why I say that is because it's going to have an economic impact, it's going to have a social equity impact, it's going to have a public health and safety impact on how cannabis is perceived. And this is where things are going to be really, really pivotal for us to pay attention. And you need to get your comments in because if you haven't gotten your comments in yet, you could actually miss the window to do that. And let me provide the information to you on how to submit your comments for the rescheduling of cannabis. That's just nationwide now. So if you want to get your voice heard on a national level, this is an opportunity for you to be able to do that. And hey, gee, God, I don't know how long, I don't know when you'll have another opportunity like this to be able to get your voice heard about cannabis on a national level. So I think that you should keep this in mind. You should definitely pay attention to it. And I think it's worth sending in a comment. If you have time to write it up and send it in, I think you should go ahead and do it and see what happens. I really do think you should. I do want to let you know that I did end up harvesting this cannabis right here, and it is curing. So I can't wait for you to see it, when it's all the way cured. I mean, it's already looking great. And yes, it is that frosty. Yes, it is that frosty. And, we've had some ups and downs in the tents. So I don't have a really great video to show you right now, but I can assure you that next time you see a video, it'll be a real dramatic change than me just showing you one bud with flowers on it. I can promise you that. Some of you already seen some videos I leaked out earlier today. So one thing I want to address with you before I go today is just that, Mastermind has to take it easy. I have to start really um, making sure that I take care of my health. And, because of that, I definitely need to uh, rest and I need to take it easy because this new situation that I'm dealing with, some of you already know about it, some of you do not. This new reality for me is changing things for me in a way that I didn't quite yet understand. I still don't quite understand what happened to me yet. That's why I'm not really going into no details about it. But I just know that, what I thought I could do, what I thought I was going to be doing, I may not be doing that. And I may ask you for your help a lot more often than you're used to hearing me ask for your help. And when I say ask for your help, I mean I help share the video, help support, help donate to the channel, help sign up, be a member. Because once I start starting all these VIP events and other things that I'm working on, you're going to want to be a part of that movement and you're going to be a part of all the stuff when everything really goes boom. So you got to keep following me. You got to hit the subscribe button. And if you're interested in volunteering and helping out Ohio Cannabis Live, there's my email right below here. Email me at info@ohiocannabislive.com. I'm starting to look for people to help me just do all kinds of administrative things. I'm looking for people to help do videos. If you're not camera shy and you want to come on here and do some content, email me at info@ohiocannabislive.com. I'd love to have you on the show. I'd love to have you as a guest host or a guest news anchor, have you out in the field at one of these dispensaries. Because I cannot be at all these dispensaries when they open. It's simply just not possible for me to be at all these different places at once. It just isn't. So that's why, for me, having some help from the cannabis community would be really great. And that would help me out a lot. I do want to let you know that I am going to have a harvest party. I'll let you figure out what a harvest party is. You can put two and two together, but there will be a harvest party. And once we're ready for the harvest party, I will be announcing that, letting you know when that's going to happen. I'm also like to tell you a secret about something called Ohio Cannabis Live Week. Ohio Cannabis Live Week. Keep an eye out for announcements about Ohio Cannabis Live Week. More to come on that, but not right now. But just write it down. Ohio Cannabis Live Week. You'll hear all about it. It'll be coming to you really soon. All right, let me check comments and see what's going on, see what people got going on right now. Party, party. Captain Green token. Yeah, of course, a harvest party, Red Dunk, for sure. What's up, fam? How you doing? So yes, well, we're hoping to get some lawmakers together so they could actually speak to the people, because that'll really help out a lot too. I mean, if we get people actually to help, help provide this information, that really helps out a lot. A lot of times, these lawmakers, they're too busy. They don't want to take time to listen to their constituents, but you know, that's something we're going to try to change that. I mean, we have to really start looking at, how do we get lawmakers to the table and start holding them accountable for some of these things that are happening in the legislature so that we can make effective changes that are going to benefit the greater good. And we certainly can't let them make it where home growers got to be required to sign an affidavit, register. We're not doing that. I'm not supporting that. I'm saying it out loud. I do not support home growers having to register and sign an affidavit to grow cannabis in Ohio. I don't support it. But at the same time, we have to make sure everybody knows that nobody supports that. It can't just be me saying it. We got to make sure we have a unified voice. So you need to let your local legislators know you do not support SB 278 in its current form. There are some good things in SB 278, but it still needs some work. And we need to come together and try to pass reasonable cannabis reform that involves housing protection, employment protection, and other protections to protect cannabis consumers from other things that are otherwise not fair or just flat out discrimination. And that's all the way down to unfair medical treatment, unfair employment opportunities as well. The stigma has to be broken and we have to start it somewhere. So before I go, did I get everybody's dinner? What's everybody having for dinner? Well, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how the gun conversation changes with rescheduling. I would like to see descheduling and have it gone all together. Then that might also change the way guns would be considered. Because I mean, last time I checked, I think you're still allowed to have your 9 millimeter and your Tylenol, right? I think so. I think you still have Tylenol and the 9 millimeter. So there's got to be some way to come some kind of common ground so the gun owners don't have to worry about this silliness with this federal law that we have right now that says you can't have your gun and your cannabis. Somebody's going to have to say that's unconstitutional, and we need to get some really smart people who are better at us than legal to handle that issue. Well, again, I thank y'all for being here on today's stream. Make sure y'all smash that like, subscribe button. Again, I'm reporting live from El Charles Mexican Restaurant here in Waverly, Ohio. I hope to see you at the Grassroots Music Festival next week. I will be there both days. It's going to be a lot of fun. And come down to the Ohio Cannabis Grassroots Expo, the Grassroots Cannabis Expo, and network, meet some people. Maybe you might find yourself some kind of opportunity, especially if you're interested in getting in the industry. It's another opportunity. There's going to be lots of them, but you know, every time Mastermind tell you it's be one, you might want to show up if you can. All right. Well, I thank all of y'all for being here, and I'm gonna see all of y'all on the next stream. Peace.